So in the last classes, we are discussing about our mini project one, that is employee management system. And it goes with the modules like listing of employees, adding employees, update employee and delete employee. And already we have seen how to list the employees and how to add the employees. And in the last class, we are discussing about update employee. Now, let us run this project. Run as Spring Boot app. Go to this Visual Studio Code. Open our project in Visual Studio Code. That is, sorry, we are opening in the prompt. Open the project in Visual Studio Code. Then to build the project, we are going to make use of the command ng serve. The next step, open browser and type the URL http://localhost 4200. Now let us update the record. For example, for this Ramu, we want to update. So we'll go with a tester. We'll say something like analyst. And we'll make salary as something like 75,000. Now click on this update button. See here, the record got updated. See here, it has done with this analyst and the salary has now updated to 75,000. So in yesterday's class, we faced this problem. The solution is very simple. I just restarted the Spring Boot project. That's it. I just restarted about the Spring Boot project. Then it is working. Only that was the problem in the last class. Okay. Now you can even check in the database table also the update operation. So when we say select star from employees, see for this Ramu, the designation has been updated and the salary is now 75,000. So how it is working here? When you click on this update button for whichever the employee you want to update, when you click on this update button, so a action is happening, right? So whenever we click on update, see what is going to happen here. See. So whenever you click on update, where is this one? Here we have given the button as update. So whenever we click on this update, it is going to which function? Update employee. And to that we are passing our employee ID. So it goes to this update employee, this one, this function, update employee. In list component only, it goes to this update employee and we are passing our employee ID. Then what you are doing, see in this update employee, we are navigating to update employee. Sees this app routing model.tsy, sees this path update employee, to that we are passing our ID and the component what it has to load, update employee component. Then it goes to this update employee component. Once it goes to this update employee component, this form will be loaded. Once the form is given, when you click on this update employee, it goes to this function on submit function. So it goes to this update employee component and invokes which function? On submit. So before it is invoking this on submit function, what it is going to do? It's going to load this component first. Once it loads the component, here this method will get invoked implicitly automatically. Ng on init means once the component is loaded, it enters into this method. In this method, what you are doing, see, this start route snapshot.params ID. So for whichever the click operation you have done, it is going to take this ID, this one. This ID it is going to take over here. So once it takes this ID into employee ID, what you are doing, you are invoking the service. So by using this dot employee service get employee by ID, this dot employee ID subscribe, and whatever the employee we are getting, that we are storing into employee object. So it goes to service class. This method will get invoked. Get employee by ID. So what this method is doing, it is invoking our REST API. It is invoking what? Our REST API, that is getEmployee by ID. And that object will be returned back here. That object will be returned. Then once it invokes this getEmployee by ID, okay, so the employee object is ready with values. Now after that, where it is going, it's going to this onSubmit function. In this onSubmit function, what you are doing, by using service, you are calling update employee. To that you are passing your employee ID and the new employee object. So whatever the data we are getting, that data again we are storing into this employee object. Now this employee object is now ready with updated values. Once this employee object is ready with updated values, we are saying go to this employee list. So in this go to employee list, what you are doing, you are navigating to employees. Again goes to this app routing module.ts, sees the path name as employees, then list employee component will be loaded. So that is taking care of displaying this employee list back to us. So these many steps will happen when you just click on update button. Clear all of you? And Arvindo, yesterday problem is simple. Just I restarted my Spring Boot application. That's it. I stopped the server and restarted the server. Only that change happened to make the application work. Got it? Right. Now, we are left out in this application. We are left out with what? The next one. This one. Delete operation. We are left out with this delete operation. So when you click on this delete, that employee should get deleted. So for that, what is our first step? We need to create our REST API. Go to our Spring Boot project in employee controller. Go with a method public response entity map string comma boolean. Then we'll see a delete employee. The method name we are taking it as delete employee. To this we'll pass our employee ID as argument. Then here we'll write. First of all, we have to get the record based on your employee ID. So you can call this method. Call this method. Then here, once we get the employee, if it is not available, it's going to throw the exception. That is employee not found exception. Now, how to delete the object? What are the object we are getting based on this employee ID? How to delete this? By using employee repository. Employee repository. Call the method delete. Call the method delete and pass your employee object. Then, once the object is deleted, once the record is deleted, now we have to return map string comma boolean. We are returning the response entity. Response equal to new hash map string comma boolean. Just we are creating response object. Then say response.put. Response.put, we are going with the message deleted and we'll say deleted as true. The record deleted as true. Then say finally return response entity dot okay. Response entity dot okay and pass for response. That's it. This is our delete operation. Run the project. Let me stop it. Let us run the project. Run as Spring Boot app. So once we are working with the backend, no? Once all the controllers are ready, whenever you create these methods, no? And one more thing we missed out. First of all, we have to do the mapping here. So without doing mapping, it won't enter. So what is the mapping here? At the rate delete mapping. delete mapping employees, and we pass this employee ID as the path variable. How to take the value of this path variable? Using the annotation path variable. That's it. Now, run the project here. Right click and say run as Spring Boot app. So if you are working as a backend developer, so once we write the code, we have to test this API. How to test the API? Using Postman. Using Postman, we can test our APIs. What is the method called? Delete and pass here employee 2. So here check it in our database table. Employee 2 means Raj. Okay. I'm just taking the value what is this present here, employee 2. So click on send. See here, it's giving the results in the response deleted as true. And check your table now. Check your table. See here, the 2 has been deleted. Okay. And you can even check in our front end part also. Here, let's see that Raj has been deleted. It's showing the latest employees for us. Now coming to the front end part, we have done with the back end. Now we have to go with the front end part. So we have to create this action delete. Okay. So for that, first of all, let us create a method in our service. Let me remove this update part. In this service, create a method, delete employee by ID. Here we'll take employee ID. It's of type number, observable, object. Then we'll say return this dot http client dot delete and say here employee, pass our base URL. So tilde symbol, then dollar curly brace, this dot base URL and pass your employee ID. That's it. Okay. So we are from this delete employee, we are just invoking our REST API, this method. We are invoking this method. Now the service is ready. Now once the service is ready, our next step is go to this one list employee component. Now let us create one more button. Let us create one more button here. This is enough. So in the same row we should get no. So create this button and let us go with the button name as delete and should come in red color. So button danger. Then which method we should call? Delete employee. Delete employee. So whenever you click on this button, we should invoke which function? Delete employee. To that we are passing our employee ID. Then the next step here is go to this list employee component.ts file. Here create the function delete employee, which takes employee ID. It's of type number. Then we'll say this dot employee service dot delete employee by ID. To this we'll pass our employee ID. Then say dot subscribe. So what is the data we are getting? We'll be assigning to this dot get employees. Just we are displaying this dot get employees. That's it. So what you are doing? Delete employee. See, we are invoking the service employee service dot delete employee by ID goes to this service class. This method will get invoked. Once this method is invoked, it is going to delete the record. It's going to delete the employee. After deleting the employee, what we are saying, again, we are asking to go to get employees. So it will go to this get employees. And what this get employees is doing, it is invoking get employee list. So whatever the latest employee details are there, that will be displayed back to us. Check it here. See here, we are getting this button, delete. And some gap. If you provide some gap, that will be good. See here, never. So there is no gaps here. Okay, not looking good. How to go with the gap between the buttons? Here you can provide style. Style equal to margin left. Margin left. Let me say some 10 pixel. Okay, so just we are giving a margin to the left side 10 pixel. Now check it here. Now we got a gap. How much gap you want? You can provide that gap using this margin left, and how much pixel you want to provide, you can provide here. Now click on the delete button. Once you click on the delete button, that record is getting deleted here. Check your table. Check your table. See, now we are left out with 4 records. See one more time. Again, I'm clicking on delete on Rams. Last one, Rams, deleted. Check your table. See here, now we are left out with 3 records. See how fast it is doing the operation. That is also very, very important to us. Okay, so you can add, see, I'm showing all the list now. Employee list is working. Now coming to add employee, go with the employee name. Raj is not there now. So go with the employee name, some designation, some salary. Now click on save employee. See, we are getting that record. Now let us go with update. Update. So we'll see here. Project leader. Then we'll change the salary to some 95,000. Now update employee. See, we are getting the 95,000. Check your tables also whether it is updating properly. See here. So it's updating properly. And if you click on delete, the record will be deleted. And check your table. The record has been deleted. Okay, so everything is working properly, and see, it is single page application. So wherever you click it, only some part of area is getting updated. So this complete application is single page application because we are using routing. So when we are using routing, what is the main use of going with routing in Angular? To develop single page applications. Got it, everyone? Any questions?
Hello.
Yes, Charita? Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah. How to do the responsiveness of this page?
Response?
We are responsiveness of this page
How much fast it is
from front.
taking?
Like
Yeah, we are
if
using,
we are when this application we are using the web only, right? For suppose
right.
same application we are, whenever opening in the Android mobile, the view is completely different, right?
Yeah, it is completely different. But see, when you are going with Angular and we are using Bootstrap, no, it's going to work on any device. What is the main use of going with Bootstrap in our applications? So at the beginning only we have added
No.
in,
My question is not that one. Like
hmm,
just to go to that screen, front end screen,
right.
HTML. Yeah. Just inspect once. Inspect, yeah. Just to click on the mobile view over there, left side of the elements.
Suddenly I'm unable to see where it is.
Uh, Top of the elements console sources.
Hmm.
Left side.
This one.
Eh, yeah.
Toggle device toolbar, right?
Top, yeah.
This one.
Yeah, how to do the responsiveness for the
Here.
page.
See, when we are using Bootstrap, it is automatically going to align based on your device. Based on the device, it's automatically going to align. See here, in our Bootstrap, okay. So here, meta name viewport, content width equal to device width. So whatever the device width it is taking, that device width it's going to take automatically, and initial scale is 1. So why the initial scale is 1? Why they have taken initial scale as 1 means because mobile is the smallest device. That's the reason they have taken this initial scale as 1. So because of this element, the response will come automatically for us. Okay. So this is the beauty of Bootstrap. Bootstrap is going to take care of this. Okay.
Okay.
Right. And the performance testing, how to test the performance? Do you remember?
Yeah.
How to test the
Last
performance of
class.
our application? Which tool we have learned? Which tool we
JUnit
have learned?
tools. That
JMeter. JMeter.
JMeter, yeah.
Right? By using JMeter, we can check the performance of our application. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So please practice this. And tomorrow we are not having class. I'm having some urgent work to go outside. And before that, you practice this complete project. You have to type it and check. Okay, you should check the complete each and every part. Step by step, you do it. Like how I have done. Like first you go with the list employees, then add employee, then update, then delete. If you do step by step now, it will become very easy for us. And next week, I want to start with one more new project, project 2. Next week, we'll go with project 2. Then after that, we'll see the tools left out. What are the tools left out that we are going to discuss? Like Docker, Jenkins, all those things will complete first. Then finally, we go with the major project. In major project, we are going to see microservices also. Okay, we are going to see microservices. So here we did not implement any microservices because it's only one, just employee management we are doing. So in the major project, we are going to discuss even microservices also. We develop application using microservices. Okay. But if you practice all these things, the next project and major project will become easy for us to work. Okay. Got it, everyone?
Yes, Raj.
Right. So thank you very much. Please practice and happy weekend. And Monday, let me start with the new project 2. Okay. Right. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Raj. Have a good day.